Hello, my name's Alana. I am part of the Spanish Literature summer class for 2024 with Dr. Clark. I really wanted to make this as quick as possible because I can talk a lot. But yes, this is my reflection upon the class. I want to mention the importance of exploring Spanish literature and mentioning the key components of the diaspora, the amazing poems and poets, and yeah. So what I'm going to discuss the diaspora first. So diaspora, um, how diaspora is depicted in Spanish literature, it is depicted as cultural roots being merged, in my opinion. Um, the cultural products that were formed for that was like the music, the food, the the literature, the art, and the fashion. A little backstory on the Metazahi. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right, but that is referring to the racial and cultural mixing of, in Latin America, where indigenous African and European ancestries were blending and merging and creating new cultures, ideas, and civilizations. Um, it was the syncretism. It was They also had merged religions and philosophical traditions into a new unified system. Also, I would say an example would be the religious practices of Santeria, blending African and Catholic traditions. Circumstances, we did discuss about W.E.B. Um, Du Bois, his double conscious theory, which is his awareness to two perspectives, saying which individuals are aware of their own culture and identity, but also how they are viewed and judged by the dominant society, often with prejudiceness. And then the struggle for unity, because it can be hard for unity, and when you just have have everything scattered, um, it creates a whole lot of conflict, different perspectives. Well, I mean, they're going to be different perspectives regardless, but it's going to create a whole lot of conflict because some people think that they're right, and since they're right, their way should go. Some people think the other, and want the same, and it's just just trying to merge and ease the tension on the true identity of how others see them, and it leads to the complex um, pain self pain of self understanding. So the three poems that I had read in class was Reflections by Javier Zamora, Migration by Leticia Hernandez, and Roots by William Aquila. Um, Reflections by Javier, his poem was more so about like self reflection and feeling uncertain. It addresses the exhaustion and struggle of adapting to new country and being caught between the old life and the new life. Migration by Leticia, her poem, like, it portrays the quiet and unnoticed journey of people moving to new places, driven by hope for a better future despite their past, their struggles on their shoulders. And then Roots by William Arquila, his poem is like his poem is more to like a proud connection to his family, his origins, his history, him living in America versus back at home in El Salvador, and feeling the weight of protecting his heritage while going into a new place. So I would say, yeah, it's really more so like their poems are about coming to America for a better life while still struggling the past with the past life. interfering with the new life. And they're also finding, peace with the fact that that's who they are and that's who they're going to continue to be. But, getting a better life in America, if you get what I'm saying. um, I'm going to highlight Roque Dalton and his work. Um, Basically, he was like a funny, sarcastic guy. Um, he was a famous poet, and he addressed a lot of things. He addressed a lot of social issues, identity, and diaspora. He um he really did contribute a lot to Spanish poetry. I can't remember the years. I think it was the between the 60s and 70s, if I'm not mistaken. Um, the symbol of his intellectual and revolutionary resistance in Latin America, it inspired activists, writers, and ordinary people who want to commit to social justice. It blended the art and the politics and set a tone for future generations, demonstrating the potential for literature to be a powerful way. I hope my thing be a powerful way to invoke change within the government and be right, in their government in El Salvador. He unfortunately was murdered by, I should say, unalived by El Salvador, by the modern El Salvador, and their stuff. He was murdered by a he was assassinated by a firing squad, um because of his work and what he stood and believed in. So his work even affects people to this day, and impacts people to this day because it still resonates with people. It still carries on with that people. So not only did he become a martyr, he left a whole wide legacy for a lot of Latin work. Like, he's one of the greats, I would perceive him as. To highlight Javier Zamora and his work, um, really just highlighting it's like he will resonate with you on a personal note, just like Leticia, her work. They both resonate with how wanting a better life, wanting to do better in life, and striving to do better, because that's what they need to do in the moments of being in Latin America from their countries. Um, so, but I hope this kind of covers it. Um, if I miss anything, let me know. But thank you for giving me a chance to discuss this, and I appreciate all the support. You guys are wonderful, and I thank you guys for teaching me something from this class as I get a whole different perspective. Thank you.